Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of Disco Elysium. We're just going to jump directly in because although I remember some of the major plot advancements that we had, I have no real memory of exactly where we left off. This happens anytime it's been more than 24 hours since our last game, so we're just going to jump directly into continue and hopefully do a few recaps as we go. Oh yeah, look at this. Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health. No, I can survive that. So, it looks like we ended up with one skill point, I assume. Now, before we move on, we are recording this on the very first day. Oh my gosh! Hello to Moo, Salamander, and Blobbity Blah, all at once. Hello to everybody. I hope you guys have had a fantastic Thursday. We are counting down the days to our beginning of July vacation. We don't get to take a lot of days off, but they are on the way, and I'm looking forward to it. We're recording this on the very first day of the Steam Summer Sale 2021, so if you had anything that you had your eyes on, go check it out. They're likely to be less expensive right now than they otherwise would be. And one thing that happened is that I pulled up our original first episode so that I could just put it up on Twitter for people that might be curious in the world of Disco Elysium, but they surely don't want to jump into episode 14 to say, hey, we jumped into this sight unseen right from the very beginning, and maybe you want to check out our playthrough so that you could experience the beginning of the game just as we did, no spoilers or anything, and check it out. And as a result, I watched like the first couple minutes of the first episode for the first time in, basically a month. And one thing that I noticed is that the archetypes had either very high intellect or very high psyche, and either motoristics or physique. And I'm slightly concerned that my decision to go put all of our points into intellect and psyche has left me really, really disadvantaged at some of the other things that I might need to do. But it's a little late now. We're like 45 hours in. Oh, Moo is saying, we've been waiting for you, can't you tell? Yes, really jumped in. I was very surprised. But so for real, I hope that you guys are having a great Thursday so far. Moo saying it's like when I start talking in your chat at 6:30, Salamander, when you don't start streaming until 7 a.m. Yeah, I love Salamander's early morning streams. I really enjoy being able to we do breakfast over Salamander, Tashir, why am I blanking on the Geek Pantheon? And there's one other person who tends to stream super early, and it's always fun when we can catch them right at the beginning of the day. Now, I've got a point to spend, and before we dither too much longer, let's look at our map. So, I can jump a point into empathy and try to empathize with Kuno. That does sort of play to what we're doing. I'm really starting to rethink my decisions not to go into things like composure or pain threshold. It actually looks like I've got a couple composures, but they're all legendary, so I don't think that... Yeah, I've got 3 legendary composure rolls. Let's go back here. Yeah, my composure is 2. I can bring it all the way up to 3. I don't think that's going to be very helpful. I'm not saying I shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that doesn't seem super useful right now. I feel like I have to put several points and maybe take some speed to get in there. So this isn't a real thing. I don't think that's a real thing anymore. Yeah, physical instrument is just never going to be my thing, I don't think. Barred door, I'm pretty sure we got through that. Yeah. Okay, so that brings us back to things like hand-to-eye coordination on the wash basin. Yeah, so I can shave. I would love to shave. We could do some composure. Yeah, the composure thing is just not going to happen. I mean, anything can happen. That's the magic of this game. So, I don't see anything in here that I'm super likely to want to jump in on, so that kind of opens me up for maybe another thought cabinet. We have a thought cabinet that we're unlocking here, Fairweather T500. We've got another 52 minutes of in-game time. I could add something else. There's nothing that says that we can't inculcate 2 different thoughts at the same time. Moose saying, got a real estate planning document signed today, so it was a good day. Means I can bump Groomfee off and not lose as much money to estate tax. Well, congratulations on the estate planning. That is not really a pleasant thing to go through, but a necessary thing. And I think as grim a topic as it is, the family will be really happy that those things are worked out. So here is something that I was thinking about, the litany of contact Mike. I don't know though, man. I really like adding points here. I was thinking about a point in suggestion, maybe a point in encyclopedia, point in volition wouldn't hurt. I'm always losing morale points. Or something like composure. You know what? Maybe but I want to do things, right? Noticing things and knowing things are all fine and good, but doing things feels pretty important. That's why I took so many points in authority. Why is my savoir-faire 1? Oh, I think... Oh, bonus from thoughts? That's right, because I have a negative thought that's affecting that. Huh. Here's the trouble. Like, I'm not trying to drag this out. This is not the way that I intended to start episode 14, but I'm really thinking about what to do. Putting a point into composure isn't the worst thing in the world. It helps keep me calm, I guess. I just don't feel like it comes up that often. Maybe that's because I fail all the times that I try to be composed. Hand-eye coordination? It's only for the wash basin, though. It's not that helpful. Oh, gosh. I don't know. You know something? Maybe if I'm not sure, I really should do a thought cabinet. And the thing about Contact Mike, it was so random. It was such a random thing that I got in there. It's only 15 minutes that I have to have these negatives. It's basically one conversation. Wasn't there one other thing that I was really thinking about? White Morning? No, I don't know about that one. Regular law official. Well, this isn't a bad thing. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right, anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. Or regular law official. I mean, let's face it, my character, personality-wise, is boring as shit. Normal, a touch of the regular... You know what? I'm going to do this. Yeah, let's do regular law official. Unlock. Commit. Internalize. Gonna be regular law official. It's just like how I became a communist. I'm just sort of like leaning into what I've done. Okay, wow, hold on. Sorry, this is gonna be a little bit of a rocky start to our stream only because we have so many people coming in. Donk is here. Ricardnio, hello to you guys. More Than a Mia. Oh no, More Than a Mia is not in just yet. I mistook Moo and Mia have lots of M's in their name. Let me just take a quick look. Hello to Donk. Moo says, if anybody else wants on the guardianship, let me know. The more names on the list, the less long you have to take care of them before resigning and handing them off to the next guardian. I think that's a reference to the kids. And Ricardio says, finally someone is streaming the community. I was about to go to sleep. And hello there. Well, hello right back. And... oh, and let me just say aloud, Ricardio, congratulations on your big Fortnite win. Well, doing very well in Fortnite. Okay, find the secret passphrase to Stebbins' meeting. That's tonight, isn't it? Yeah, and I could go up and, like, take Cindy's brush from her. That's right. I wanted to go see if there was a brush I could buy at the store. So that's where we're going to go. And it just now reminded me, that's why I was up here. I was going to go ask the young lady in here, the one who's been staying home from school, if she might have a paintbrush. That feels like a little bit of a stretch, but it's worth a look. Oh, and there's an orb here, too.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Unfortunately, I'm not here for any books whatsoever, because there is... I'm going to go look at this, but there's no paintbrushes for sale here. Gift books and molten candy. Molten candy is a thing?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime romance, and biographies of famous people.
Yeah. And there was something that I could try to do here in the scope of a... Where was it? I don't think it was... It was one of these. There was one of these. ... But nothing here. Oh, I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah says, so what are the benefits of finishing a thought? I can only see debuffs from the process. So, let's take a quick look, blah, blah, blah. So, if we go here into the thought cabinet, so, like you said, here for regular law official, so far I'm getting -2 Inland Empire, and here for Fairweather, -1 Savoir Faire, because as you noted, those are the ones that are still in process. If we go back, though, Lonesome Long Way Home, here's a thought that's finished. So, that raised my learning cap for perception to 5, and also, when I take speed, it gives me +1 psyche point, which actually improves everything on the whole line for the duration that speed is in my system. If we go to rigorous self-critique, intelligence and psyche red check failures heal a morale. Physical and motoristics red check failures heal a health. And the learning cap for pain threshold is raised to 6. This one is not super useful, but you know, I learned it, and I'd have to spend an experience point to get rid of it, and then learn something else in its place. So I'd rather like get at least some minimal benefit from that. Then we've got Jamais Vu. This is the big one. Blah blah blah. Oh my, Azric, thank you so much for the resubscription. 11 months. Wow. So close to a year. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So blah blah blah. Jamais Vu. This is one that the game straight up said, hey, listen to me, this is really important and you should do this one. This is the one that gives me 1 experience point for every orb clicked, which in some of those areas is 5, 10, 15 experience points. I'll get just wandering around on the day. And then all intellect learning caps raised by 1. So these are the kind of benefits that you get. And I know you're going to wonder about volumetric shit compressor if you missed that one. All endurance white checks were immediately unlocked, and the learning cap for endurance was raised up to 4. So, yeah, that's the kind of things that you get. And that's why I haven't done a lot of thoughts. You can see the ones that I've learned here in orange. Hello to Tashir. Tashir, I gotta tell you, I'm really looking forward to when you come back to stream. Like, we've talked about it here every day. There's a lot of great talent here on Twitch. We love watching the people that are still here. But I gotta say, it does feel like there was a... There's an empty space left open that is perfectly Tashir shaped, and really looking forward to when you're back at the beginning of July. So yeah, the thing with the thought cabinet is that they take a little bit of time to log in. Not a big deal. You have to spend an experience point if you another experience point if you don't like what you get. But nothing's really bad, right? It just, there's a little bit of a temporary debuff until you get it. The thing is, they tend to be like raising learning caps for things that I don't have maxed out, or rewarding failure in various ways, where I would rather put the points into not failing. However, in this case, we did put a point in there. All right, let's head down to the pawn shop, and we're going to see if they might have a paintbrush for sale, because my character is very excited about art all of a sudden. Oh, is that it? Oh, and also, you know what? I gotta sell my postcards. I got a bunch of postcards. Yeah, Moo says, I miss you oodles of noodles too, Tashir. All right, let's talk with the pawnbroker.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look.
I'm not selling my armor yet. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. I don't want to sell it. He's going to tell me how much it's worth. I'm curious if he might know anything about the tattoos.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
He barely even looks at it. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
A photic path, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Mia, thank you very much for doing all the shout-outs, and hello to Patikan. Patikan, I hope that you're also having a great Thursday.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic baths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
So I'm going to show him the armored gloves that I have. I am not going to sell them to him.
Alright, let's see it.
Well, there are these gauntlets.
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys. Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money.
Alright, let's sell the postcards that I've picked up.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
We got that one. Oh, wait. Okay, I guess I gotta do them one at a time. Unless, can I double click on them? No. Sell this one. Got one more. Alright, and I don't think I'm selling any of the rest of this stuff yet. Nope, not yet. Okay, so that's it. Now, one thing is that I don't think that he has... Can I sell clothes?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
Do I want him to share? Hold on.
Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand, very odd-looking.
Not so sure about this.
What's the deal with the Pyrrholodon? I do not remember. Why wouldn't I be sure?
Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Oh, that's a good point, Volition. I'll take a no then.
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you with?
Drienne is also here, always lurking about Tamad as well. Drienne, thank you so much for hanging out and the lurk. I know that Drienne is being very careful about spoilers, so I can certainly understand that. All right, let me just take a quick look around, because it's been so long since we've been in here, and I can afford things that I couldn't get before.
All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders.
Yeah. How much is the t-shirt? Is that the one for 2 real?
That's dirt cheap.
But why?
I'm a broke cop. Well, I've actually got almost 40 real, which I got to turn in my recycling too. Holy crap. Can I repay in some other way?
I deal in goods, not services.
All right, I'll tell you what. For 2 real, I'm going to take this not so much for the shivers, but for the physical instrument, because there's at least one circumstance that I can think of where we might put that on to sort of flex up. All right, is there anything over here?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinket. Big men on big...
Franco-Nigerian.
Yeah, we've already read through a lot of this stuff.
These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Okay. Oh, and sorry, I might have missed it. Blah, blah, blah. Did that answer the question about the thought cabinet? If there were any other follow-ups, I want to make sure that I get to them. Let me just scroll back a little bit. See if blah, blah, blah had any additional questions. He's saying hello to Mia. Azric had resubscribed. Oh, and so he's asking, do you know, and you know what you get after finishing it? No, that's, so yeah, blah, blah, blah was asking, do you know what you're going to get for finishing a thought? Not as far as I can see. So, like, I'm not looking for help from chat on this, don't tell me. But, like, when we read this, like, here's Wompty Dumpty Dum Center. That's a thought that I can have in my head. There's nothing here. Like, you don't know what you're going to get until you get it, which I actually kind of like. If I wanted to, I could go online and look up exactly what all of these do and have that information. But I prefer to engage with it in the way that the game is laying it out, so that I'm treating it more like a gamble, in that once I've absorbed this information, this idea into part of my psyche, what does that do to me? And then we'll see. Anyway, this knick-knack stand, there's a guy here that looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing pétanque.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
All right, that's...
Which ones?
All right, let's look at the
This
rags.
set of soldiers.
You're
No.
probably I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem... Maybe.
All right. Yeah, the stuff that we've already seen and heard from, we're not going to worry too much about. All right, so he does not sell paintbrushes. And as far as I know, that means that my only source of paintbrush is to go up and take one from, like, how old is Cindy the Skull? 16? 17? I'm gonna, like, snatch it away from her? That doesn't feel good. I'm not sure that I want to do that. Or, more specifically, I feel relatively sure I don't want to do that. So, there is a stupid frog
Stylish
guy
shades,
in
huh?
here.
They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
+1 perception. Let me just take a quick look. Do I have any other piece of headgear that gives me perception? Because if not, I might buy that so that I can augment my skills when I need them. Actually, do I have anything else? I've got this conical hat, we'll call it. And then this is sort of like an orange bum hat. That's what it's called. But neither of those do perception. Yeah, maybe I'll drop a few dollars on a perception hat. Sure.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a life.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
All right. Now, the glasses I'm less up on just because I don't really see a lot of value in +1 electrochemistry or +1 inland empire. Those are stats that I don't
You keep coming back.
cater
If he
to
really
quite so
wants to
much.
save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can.
I have literally no idea what Savoir Faire is talking about net worth. Do I want a +1 composure shirt? Or windbreaker? Not right now. I just dropped about $10 in total. I'm not anxious to spend more. Do
Everything's still cool here, officer.
you sell any tapes?
Tapes? You mean like music tapes? No, music is out. Don't listen to music. I sell extremely cool sunglasses. If you want to get your mojo going.
He points to the shoddy box on the left. All right, so you have no idea whatsoever where I could find tapes.
Tapes? Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry.
Is there really?
No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
His smile widened. So he nodded at the empty lorry cabin behind his back.
You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Because I was legitimately about to listen to the tape. Is this where the tape is?
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze.
So I can punch the tree, pat the tree, or disentangle the tape, which is obviously what I want to do. The multi-tool is truly multi. Does that... Hold on. Would I get some benefit from putting the multi-tool in my hands, then? Let's actually put that in my hands. I do not know how this giant plank is going to help me untangle a ribbon, but I'll go with it. And then... So, this is interfacing, did I see that correctly?
Hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane.
It didn't make anything to... No point in having this in my hands. But, so this is where I'm going to go look. Do I get any other points for interfacing? Because I really want to do the absolute best that I can here. No. +1 interfacing, but wait, no, these gloves are +2 interfacing. I should sell these gloves. Do I know anybody who wants to buy the gloves? I mean, the dude won't anymore. Silk scarf, no. I very much enjoy the boots that give you bonus perception. That seems like a thing that should definitely exist. No. Nothing at all. No other interfacing benefits. All right, well, I'm going to save it. I don't have high expectations here, but let's give it a shot.
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane.
Wait. Interfacing. Which one is that? Motoristics? I don't want to take any speed right now. I mean, I really want to take speed right now, but I don't have enough hits to make this worth it a good idea. So, yeah, 15%, let's hit it.
Lane, like an immaculate labyrinth, the magnetic tape twists and turns around the branches.
So I lost a point of health for that.
You just can't get it loose. All you've done is make your fingers bleed from the thorns.
Cool. All right, well, that's not going to happen. I'm going to need some more health up pretty soon. I am not a healthy individual overall. All right, let's turn in some of the tear that we've got. Yeah, I gotta tuck Kim in earlier today. Like, blah, 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 like this orb that I click in right here, this is gonna give me an experience points just for clicking it. The yellow roses in the window, those aren't the flowers that were left for Klasia. Okay, that's, one way to make an observation. Yeah, let's go turn in all the bottles that I have. I don't remember how many there are, but...
The machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Blah, blah, blah says that Angel really likes speed. Well, Angel's character definitely loves speed. He's super into it.
Is this about the... I don't really know anything.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't seem to have any new information. So let me just look to see what else she's got for sale.
You see several. The packages are small, discreet,
Yeah.
sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to steal that raincoat, so let's just leave. I don't usually like stealing things in games anyway.
The wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint-Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
So here's a benefit. Because I only ever have 2 health points, I'll never need to drop 250 on a Druamine. Do I want to get another Nosefed? I've still got 3 charges left of pro health. I'm going to pass on that for now. But let's just remember that I do have access to buy some more of those.
A colorful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Interesting. So all of these give me +1 physique, and they cost me a morale point, but I'm okay. And yeah, I can get some more cigarettes, but I'm pretty sure... Oh yeah, I'm still high on smoke, so I'm good with those. Nuts. Chivalry says, imagine how body damage was done when you drank so much you forgot everything. Yeah, I must have lost 1.9 health points. Oh.
There it is again. That spectral smell haunting this industrial harbor. And it smells like heavy fuel oil, mostly. Because it's an industrial harbor. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
Now, Elf Planetor, as they are wont to do, is actually sharing a very useful piece of information. They're saying Droamine is 3 separate charges, much like the cigarettes are like individual charges of different smokes. That is extremely useful because I don't have it up in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that buying one of those, it would be more cost effective than 3 Nosefed. So thank you very much. I was, as you can probably tell, thinking that it would instantly heal 3 charges of health, which would have been never of any use, but knowing that it's 3 single-use charges is very useful. Yeah, and that I might buy, because that, yeah, that's a different calibration of thought about it. I can kind of smell dreams. No, let's take a deep breath.
Can you smell it now? You inhale. The cilia along your olfactory epithelium tingle. with excitement as they sift through the swirling morass of industrial odors. First come the smells of the agitated strikebreakers, layers of body oil and sweat, over-buttered meals pulled from bake-light lunch pails, the biting stench of lye soap. And then there's the slowly oxidizing metal gates, the scent of stale grease emanating from every crack.
Everything in order, detective?
The lieutenant gives you a quizzical look. I'm just taking the afternoon, sir, like a normal detective.
There's a lot to take in, isn't there?
The lieutenant wrinkles his nose.
In a word, exactly what you would expect to find at any harbor in the industrialized world. Nonsense. The reek of communism is unmistakable, and it's coming from that railing over there.
Really? That guy wearing the beret and the super laid-back attitude? He's a communist? I don't know, game. You mean mañana?
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, as Elf Planetor was saying, the game's not very clear about it. I would never have thought that. I would never have bought that, because why would you? That's another example of just understanding what the raw mechanics are.
Hold on, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Attempt to establish contact. Listen, brother, there's something important I need you to talk to you about.
What's that, boy? Yeah?
He tilts his head slightly.
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
I'm not... Oh, is Jägermeister here as well? Hello, Jägermeister. Sorry, if I have not said hello to any individual person, I apologize, but know that you are welcomed in. I'm looking for some people who know how to really grind a sausage, if you know what I mean. I would probably mistake that sentence for meaning something different, and I would not know what he meant. It involves our mutual friend Kraz. Put your hands next to your head and curl your fingers like deer antlers. That's a communist symbol in this world, we've learned. I'm investigating a peculiar smell, one with revolutionary implications. I'm looking for a secret cabal of mole people. The mole people is a super weird thing that my character's picked up on, where it's a great track of dialogue if he is very stupid. I'm gonna go with peculiar smell.
Could be coming from one of the jam lorries. Cargo's been sitting out for a while.
He sniffs the air and looks towards the roundabout. Okay, let's go with our mutual friend Cross. That's much more direct.
Don't think I've ever met a Kras personally. Then again, I've never been to Grad.
He narrows one eye at you.
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with the grind a sausage option. What I'm trying to say is I'm looking for communists. Do you know any?
Comunistas, huh? Can't say that's where I thought you were heading with this. Not that I'm criticizing. It's good for a man to take his time and think about the whole socio-political world picture.
It's certainly been an interesting development to witness firsthand.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
So, I feel like I'm not hunting communists, I'm trying to get organized by them is exactly the kind of thing that a Fed would say, so I'm not going to say that. I'm on a sort of quest to develop my political potential, and I need their help. Honestly, I had a weird dream, and now I need to get to the bottom of it. I think Mañana is going to respond best to the dream.
Chasing a dream, huh? I have to respect that, Boya.
He gives you a small salute.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
Are you sure you smell just like a communist?
Didn't realize you could smell communism. But then, I've never studied the subject.
Maybe it's not taught in any of your so-called universities, but there's definitely something going on here.
But you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
Was his name Steban by any chance?
Didn't say anything about his name. Wasn't this sort of encounter where names matter?
Okay, well, what's an ideologo, aside from an ideology, I think?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
How'd you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving the harbor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Saramirizian style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
Okay, I might as well ask for clarification. I have some theories on what the extra physical branches of communism are, but let's ask.
No idea. I took it to mean he was asking me to join some sort of underground cell. A very old school organizing technique. The sort of thing comunistas used to do before the revolution.
What'd you say?
The same thing I always tell people who try to press some claim on me. I said, every boyadero rides alone.
Wait, there was one other thing that I wanted to say.
It was late. He asked me for a light.
An extremely cool way to establish contact.
Yes, it was all right. A little like something out of a Vespertine spy novel, but I must respect the effort.
All right, so how do I find him?
I couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais."
I have no idea what that means.
And then he was gone.
I would say who or what are they? Are they places, street names?
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
A tight half smile crosses his face. Well, what do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk with me. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows the ideologo personally.
Club, thank you so much for coming by, and I hope that you have a great evening. I saw that Jade May was back, and in addition to doing Beat Saber, what was the thing that she was playing most recently? Was it back to RuneScape? I think it was. Either way, we were in there and hanging out again, and it's just I'm glad that she is enjoying streaming so much. Have a great evening, and I hope you're headed into a nice weekend. The lieutenant clears his throat.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but it might have something to do with that passphrase Cindy mentioned earlier.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. Dobreva and Abadanais. Abadanais? Kim, thank you. I was nowhere near that. Yeah, what was that about again? Right, good thinking, Kim. No, good thinking.
The lieutenant nods.
Just in time. The faithful partner arrives with the key that turns the lock. You two make a good pair. I salute you, boyas, and wish you good fortune on this grand ideological quest.
He tips his hat ever so slightly.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Okay, I do not remember what, if anything, he had options for with Measurehead. Now, Measurehead, just to catch everybody up, is the very large and very racist guy who's standing up here, and he will not let me pass unless I best him in physical combat, or, less likely, incorporate one of his racist thoughts into my head. And I very, very much don't want to do that second thing. So much so that it's really stymied the investigation. So let me just remind me, Manana, do you have something to help out with that?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
I don't think we do.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
Something changes in his disposition.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Okay, I think we just got a better outcome, because I know that I said that last thing, and this feels brand new. All right, yeah? You have advice?
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate.
Oh.
Admit your lack of expertise.
No.
Basically,
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
No, I take it back. That's exactly the idea that I'm rejecting about, like, learning to be more racist. Now, do we think I have any options at all to get into this door? I'm pretty sure, I'm relatively sure, that in order to get in there, I would need to have the key. but nope. Sometimes, if you have the right tool in your hand, it will, it'll pop open for you. No. Alright, let me go over to Measurehead. I might have to steal Cindy's paintbrush. I really don't want to. I don't like being a bully. Also, my physique score in this game is so low that I'm nowhere near sure that I could bully the 16-year-old girl.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
All right.
You have...
Yep. So, physical instrument. Let's just see, hypothetically, if I wanted to put on my physical instrument tank top. Let me just see if I've got anything else that's physical instrument. Unfortunately, I have a lot of difficulty. Nope, that's pain threshold. Is that it? I get the +1. That's the everything that I get from this. Oh, I could wear a scented scarf and take a -2 to physical instrument. That'd really work out. Oh no, and here's my physical instrument shirt, which is... Wait, I just took off my tank top. +1, and this is what? +1, and then also +1 shivers. So, yeah, that didn't really work out. So my total physical instrument is +1. This is not going to get it done.
Your race descent has only
28%.
Since I last saw you. You have...
Well, I'll tell you what. Sometimes failing these checks gets you to something down the line, and you never know. 28% is almost 1 in 3. It could happen.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop. Oh, fuck. He's gonna grind all the bones out of my hands.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't say fucking anything. This might cost me the game, but I'm not going to give in to him. Am I going to earn his respect? Probably not, but I'd rather do it this way. Yep. This might get real bad.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
All right. So that didn't work. Oh, and now Kim has something to say. I can't wait to hear it.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hug.
How else are we gonna get through the gates? Kim, I'm open to suggestions, honestly.
There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Okay, and I'm gonna pretend that I'm a hero. I'm not sure that you get to be a hero if you just get the shit kicked out of you. That's not really how... It doesn't feel very heroic, but...
We're not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
I cannot possibly envision that I will attack him again.
Let's think of something else.
No. You should do it again. It's the last thing he'll be expecting.
It doesn't matter, Volition, what he's expecting. I might as well go punch a cinder block wall. It doesn't matter if the cinder blocks see it coming. They're just gonna be unbothered. All right, I am going to go buy that Nosafed or whatever. No, not the Nosafed, the better one. The one that gives you 3 charges. Because at this point, if I take either speed or cigarettes, I'm like, that's it. That's my last charge of health. All right, Cindy. Or what's your name?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Yeah.
They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
So instead of 3 things at 0.9, 1 thing at 2.5 is definitely going to be more cost effective.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thank you. Now, the other question is, do I want some smokes? Because they do increase my intellect exactly the way that actual cigarettes don't. Don't use cigarettes, kids. Or am I out of smokes? I might actually be out of smokes. Now, I've thought I was out of smokes before, so I must look very carefully. Nope. All right. Hey, 1 pack, please.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
All right. More smokes. 3. I really want my cigarettes to come in packages of more than 3, please. She says, or something. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, let me think for a second. We went to the pawn shop. We sold all the postcards. Oh, I wanted to check to see... There's two things over here. Also, what's this? Oh, it's offering me a chance to go white check Measurehead, because it will be the last thing that he's expecting. No. Oh, hold on. I could go back to the bookstore and try to learn something about the man from Heimdall. I guess... Wait, did my pain threshold go up, or did I... Who cares? So here's what happens next. I want to stop at the radio, because they're supposed to be running the serial number on the armor.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may... Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
I guess we're just gonna have to wait. I don't have anything to say to Sylvie, nothing to say for the 41st.
57th. Oh.
In the cabin, you see...
Oh, and another thing that I've been sitting on but not doing for a super long time. We need to listen to the sad song that I got. Tools. Here's the radio, so put that up. And now I should be able to... This is the one. Smallest church in Saint-Saëns.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Oh gosh, I want to push my ear against the speaker. The only concern that I have is that my health is... I've only got the 1 pip. Screw it. Listen up.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds, you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Well, I wanted a sad song for karaoke. Yeah, I think I could sing that.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What could it be? I have a tape player, I have an instrumental track, and I know all the lyrics by heart.
Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Okay, well, let's go talk to Gart, and I'm going to put this tape player away. Now, we've been very nice to Gart. I got him a brand new bird. True, it was to replace the bird that I smashed, but still, this bird is better, I think. It's unsmashed, for one thing. That puts it ahead of the last one. And there's actually no B to that. Oh, you know what? I told him who snipped the phone line. I told him about the secret passage. He has all those pinball machines there. Yeah, he should do this for me. Yo, Gart.
Hey, was there something you needed?
I need to sing karaoke.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Okay, that's a really good point, Rhetoric. Let's do that. Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
When was the last time you had a band play here?
It's not for bands, it's for clients. Some clients, okay? Not you.
I'm a real client, or at least I used to be. I've paid my bill and have the right to use the... He's just going to point out that I haven't paid my bill.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
All right. Can I... Oh, yeah. Look, and we've got a whole crew of people here. Wait, I'm going to throw down an actual save here, just in case the song is awesome. I don't think it's going to be awesome. Haseo here to say hi, and now back to work. Haseo, thank you so much for the hello, and I have been having a lot of fun anytime I get to catch your Phantasy Star Online 2 streams. The thing about MMOs for so long is that because of the online nature, the movement and combat always has felt very standstill, static to me, and boy, Phantasy Star Online 2 seems to really have that issue licked. The locomotion in that game, the way you get around, looks like a lot of fun. All right, karaoke time. Wait. I need better drama clothes. I assume singing is drama. Yeah, +1 drama. I have a very logical hat. Does that help at all? Or electrochemistry. Yeah, let's put on some jeans. And... oh, yeah, let's put on this fucking thing. All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you sing karaoke. That's it. No. Do I have any electrochemistry glasses? I have savoir-faire glasses. Do those count? That's it. That's as good as it gets. Oh, wait.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
Pellets or pallets?
You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Wait, guys. I did that because I thought, based on what we learned about the game mechanics, it would be a good idea. Check this out. Not only did I get my drama up to 8 and a high 92% chance, but +1 just for wearing the insane silk dragon. That's fantastic. I can brag to Kim. I really want to say this. Oh, God. I want to, I'm just letting everybody know, I want to look at these other options. If this goes away, I'm reloading. Because that's not fair. I want to sing karaoke. Kim, check it out.
I can see that.
The lieutenant steps away from the stage, ready for your performance. Look around the room.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours.
Okay, karaoke stand. I'll come back tonight. Oh, God. Ugh, this is going to be interminable. I'm so sorry, everybody. I was so jacked up to do this, but karaoke stand is not wrong. I should wait until night. I thought there's so many more people here. We've got the elderly couple. We've got the 2 cops. We've got everybody in the union box. We've got the chef back there. Guard is here. I'll wait. This feels right. You belong here. I do belong here. I've trained my whole life. And when you consider I was born 4 days ago, or at least my memory was. Alright, let me go put back on my, I don't know, walking around clothes or whatever. Put this on. Take off the glasses, because I don't like the negative that it gives me. That's not the coat that I, yeah, I was doing a pro drama thing there. And Alright. Alright, that's good enough. I'm gonna put on... No, I'm not. Because this is a hat, right? It's not glasses. Right. Okay. Yeah, this guy's over here talking about how it's a bit crowded. And here I am saying there's not enough people in here to sing karaoke to. I would like to promise that we will sing karaoke before tonight's episode is done, but time moves in, as Ben Reeves would put it, spits and burts, so... Oh, that's right, we got the passphrase, so that's after 2200. I wonder if I should put Kim to bed first. Even more beauty to the wall. Where are we going to get a paintbrush from, though? Oh, right, I could go restock the trap. Let's go do that. And no, I have not forgotten that we wanted to, Hey, maybe I have a new dialogue option for this guy since I looked at the toys.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
Do Maybells mean anything to you, Renee?
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Mia's saying that I'm a real karaoke tease. I know. I thought it would be the best time because there's so many people in there. Also, I'll have to determine what's evening, but I guess we'll just check back maybe around 1600, 1800, 2000, or however you say that. This is a royalist military tradition with the flowers?
It used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Did they bring you good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
He falls silent at the emerging smile withdraws.
You stirred up some bad memories there.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
Yeah. So, for everybody to catch everybody up, the topic here is that we found sort of a dried out Maybell flower up on the roof of the whirling in rags. The roof where we now know, or strongly believe, the killer was when they shot through the window. That's another thing we can go do, by the way. Check out the other potential vantage points, but it seems like a clue of something that might have been left behind by the killer. I don't think that there's anything else here that I have to ask about.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Yeah, okay. So I don't think we've got anything else to talk to him about. All right, and we don't have enough to try to extort the sandwich out of the other guy there. Martin? Okay, so let's head across the river. Here's what we're going to do after I look at whatever this is. Oh, right. Yeah. This game is really interesting in that sometimes I really don't have an idea of where I should go or what I should do, and yet there's 1,000 things to do, and they tend to pull me in all sorts of different directions. So let's go to the man from Heimdall. Do I remember if it's inside the place or outside? Not really, but we'll go figure it out. Drienne is singing or murmuring the Girl Thought song.
Is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular sword-wielding butler.
Okay, hold on. So, if we're going to unlock this, let's go all the way with pain threshold, right? Do I have other things? I would really earnestly put that one back on. I'd really love a thing that sorted these by pain threshold. Okay, so I'm going to put on this weird windbreaker thing. Pain threshold, neck. Cool. No. All right, so this is going to give me slightly more chance. Oh, a lot more chance.
Featuring an extremely muscular sword wield. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ow.
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
Hello to Centrifugal Force, who says, gotta pop in and run, moving units, and I'm sweating like crazy. Very glad I'm feeling well enough again to get things in order. I am glad as well, Centrifugal Force. I feel bad anytime somebody else is feeling bad, just because, like, it's awful, isn't it? If you're sick, if you're injured, if you're just out of sorts, if you're grappling with depression or anything like that, you can't do the things that you want to do and know that you should do. So yeah, I'm just really glad that that's passed on. Tashir says, gotta check out Angel, have a great stream. Tashir, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for some of the lurks recently. We've seen you in here in chat, even when you're not chatting. Anytime that we can keep you company in the background, I'm always happy to do so. And like I said, very much looking forward to seeing the resumption of your streams. If anybody here is looking for some great background music, some royalty-free beats that they can put on in the background of their stream, I do hope that you guys will check out Streamer Effects. You see the our chat comes up and mentions, chatbot comes up and mentions it every once in a while, but that's because it is a product that we really believe in. And pardon me, hello to Grumpy. I know Moo's been in here as well, but I hope that you're also having a great Thursday.
Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
So we've got an option to say, aren't all women devil women? Fucking asshole. No. Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Now, if Blah 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 is still here, one thing that I don't know is there any value to reading books? I know, and this is a rhetorical question. I'm not looking for an answer on this right now. For $9, you would think that if I bought this and read it, I know it makes time pass. You would think that if you read through this, you would get something for it. There would be some sort of a stat boost, a bonus, something that would unlock. Like, it would have to, right? For $9, things that you could spend on drugs. I could buy cigarettes. I could buy health cures. I could buy a set of dice, which is another thing that I kind of want to do in the background. So this has got to be something, right? It's got to be, right? You can't buy this and spend time reading it and get nothing for it. But what I'm going to do here, because here's the thing. I am willing to accept failed rolls and mistaken dialogue choices and other things that sort of kick me in the teeth. But I'm not willing to drop... Oh, God. I'm trying to justify buying this and then reloading if it doesn't give me what I want, but that's not fair, is it? I had to put on special clothes to buy this. Screw it, buy it.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
All right. Well, it had better give me something, because if it's just flavor text, I'm gonna be real mad. Oh yes, as Centrifugal Force says, the Steam Summer Sale is going. Yeah, we made a quick post online about anybody that's interested in Disco Elysium. Go check out our first episode. I really like the fact that we can do sort of like spoiler-free episodes and hopefully, fingers crossed, introduce people to the magical world of things like Disco Elysium without fear of accidentally having anything inappropriate said. Where the hell is my black... there it is. Alright, and... Oh, I didn't put on my boring pants again. Then again, do I want boring pants? These give me, I lose a reaction speed, but I gain some electrochemistry. I think I might go with boring pants, though. I think I might go with boring pants. Because I don't like losing the reaction speed is the trouble. That's not the pants I was wearing before. You know what? I would at least like to be able to sort by clothing type. Because I could manually drag things around. No, those were the pants I was using before. Weird. Sam Leonard would check the Steam sale if he had time for new games. Yeah. Also, Elf Planetor was saying, don't read, kids. Buy drugs instead. Well, in this game, which thing is going to get you more? That's all I'm saying. Alright, I'm going to head back around to the back of the place. Not because I have a paintbrush, which I don't. Because Kim wanted to come back here. Alright, that's right, I can't get there from here. And I can't get back here. What is this again? Anything? Just a locked door? And then this goes into the smoker's balcony place, which I have to wait for them to open up later tonight. If I talk to this kid, she just insults me, right?
Trying to sneak up on me again!
Alright, yeah, so let's go head west across the waterlock. And what we're going to do there is we're going to refill the phasmid trap. We're going to try to check out some of the alternate places that the bullet could have been fired from. Alright. I actually don't know the fastest way to get down here. Hello to Brian! Brian, I feel like I haven't seen you streaming lately. I know that you've been getting ready to buy a new car, hopefully this weekend and everything. I hope everything else is going okay, too. Then again, I may simply have missed the times that you've been streaming. Maybe you can stop going to see how long it'll take to fix the glitch. Stop going and see how long it takes to fix that glitch. Is there a glitch? I'm not sure if Grumpy is referencing something in this game or if I missed something. Oh, blah 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 is saying until he gets his karaoke. Well, I intend to deliver. Simulator says about 3 days, judging by the people who did exactly that. Also, as an hourly person, they wouldn't pay me for any of it. I have missed something. So Samlander's wife would cry if he quit his job. But I missed something else that Samlander had said. I'm so sorry. Let me just roll it back very quickly. As you're watching this in the video playthrough, we value our viewers quite a lot. Okay, so Samlander did say something also, if I did that, poof, 155 hours and PTO doesn't get paid. Ew, yikes. Well, let's go here, because this was the one that I needed to restock, even though I feel like I can see that there's locusts in it from here. I forgot to check the freezer in the basement of the place.
Stands empty amongst the reeds. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds melancholy rustling.
Kim, this was the one.
Fantastic.
The lieutenant looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs. All right, let's put the locust into the empty trap. To catch everybody up, this was the trap that we found empty, and like, ooh, maybe it was the phasmid. No, Kuno came and stole all the locusts, so now we have a fresh box of locusts.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation?
And Samlander's clarifying that the context was just that he was moaning about not having free time. Oh, I know the feeling very much.
Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
You know, Kim, we are on our way to go check the... It's not like we haven't been making steady progress, Kim. That's all I'm saying. Now report to Lena in the whirling. I don't want to go all the way back there, though. I'll tell you what, I will go back there right now if I can fast travel, which I can't. So she's going to have to wait. And there's nothing here that I care about. So I wanted to go look at the alternate shooting locations. So let me just remember where those are. Oh, and I can also ask fisher folk in the village about Ruby. I've got a lot to do over here. And then determine where the shot came from. So Land's End, the boardwalk, and the island. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a wander. All right, let me see if there's anything to the south that I can investigate. That's where I came down. All right. I get turned around here in the shanty town, or whatever we want to call it. So there's nothing else here, is that right? I don't see any place to go down here. All right. I do not remember what this is. A thing I can go into. With absolutely nothing that I haven't already seen. Alright, fair enough. Brian is confirming I have not streamed in over 2 weeks because I've been out of town working at the other shop. Well, you know what? You gotta do the important stuff first, and Brian, just trust me that we will be here when you are able to get back to streaming. So yep, that just goes down there. I'm trying to make sure that there's no oop. The shot couldn't have come from here. Trees block the way. All right, was that one of the things then? No, not yet. And that just goes back through there. All right. And Brian is going to stream this weekend. Well, I'm very glad to hear it, and I hope that we will be able to hang out and watch. Yeah, we had somebody in a different stream, and I've already talked to these guys, right? I guess I could ask them if they heard any shots or anything. I don't Oh, wait, I want to ask everybody about what's-her-face anyway. Yeah, let's start with my landlady.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
I'm going to ask if she knows who I'm talking about. Not because I want to be pushy, but because... Here's the thing, if we say that we're looking for a fugitive, that might actually make it less likely that she wants to get involved, and then she just doesn't remember anything, ever.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Cool, Kim. You really volunteered that, didn't you?
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
Yeah, Kim, that was the point I was making, that I didn't want her to feel like she was telling on somebody. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. I'm about 40% sure that that's relevant to a story that she had told us. But that seemed to be a story that was meaningful to her, if I'm remembering the right one. So we're going to go with that.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
Okay. Hopefully this isn't accusatory, but rather observant. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
Okay, hey, blah, blah, blah. We're about to have a thought bubble breakthrough.
I see, man. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others, too.
All right, Logic, I'll do that. I really like it when Logic says, because I wasn't going to go check my own shack.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Okay. So, the Fairweather T500 armor that we were talking about was like the armor that's worn by the special mercenaries. And so here's the bonus that I got. +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies wearing that armor. That doesn't seem like a super great thing. Like, I'm not going to forget it. You know, I don't want to not have it. But in terms of its ultimate utility, I feel like if my character gets into some sort of physical altercation with a trained mercenary, it does not matter if that's a +2 or +12. I'm just fucked. Okay, well, we did it. All right, let me go follow up on where. Let's go check our shack. All right, and Brian is saying the car deal is 50-50. I might get one, still talking to the bank. Well, best of luck. And if you don't get something, sometimes it's for the best. I'm just like, I've had a friend, or I've had a few different friends over the years, and people that I've known, friends of friends, that get the very expensive thing that they're so excited about, and then like the terms of the deal are such that it becomes very, very onerous. So whatever the bank comes back with you, really crunch the numbers, be realistic about what you can do, and just make sure that you can do it, because I really want the best for you, and that means getting a good deal on a reliable vehicle that is also affordable, and I really hope that that goes okay for you.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
I have a flashlight. Can I just shine that down there? What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
All right, I'm wearing invulnerable armor gloves, so even if there's like a crab or something in there, I'm going to be okay. Search the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
Interesting.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
This isn't ammunition against you, it's for herself. I don't think I know what that means. I honestly feel like there's no upwards limit that I want my encyclopedia and visual calculus and empathy things to be at. I really like knowing things because, among other things, I'm not sure that I'm smart enough to solve this case, so I very much want my character to be actively involved in telling me the right things.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Hey, why was there a bullet
What
under the
can I help
floorboards?
you with? Damn that girl.
She murmurs softly.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
Okay, I get what it was saying before. When it was saying ammunition not against me, but against her, it was the her wasn't the washerwoman, it was Ruby. All right, you rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
I believe Monday was the day that my character sort of became conscious.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Let's start with simple stuff. Just get her conversational. What's she like?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
And you said that she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Ricardo, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a really great evening.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
So why do you think she left, Ruby left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back towards her shack, thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye, do tell.
So, I think my character's thinking that the one bullet that she carries, when he meant that it was ammunition against her, like, it's an exit plan. I've already broached the topic. It doesn't seem fair to me to say, no, I'm not going to talk about it.
Exit from what?
This. Spread your hands.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She tilts her head to the side, looking up at you, deep in thought.
She really believes that.
Did you have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
So where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Haseo is back. He says that he'll have a little bit of free time. Awesome. You know, hey, Haseo, if we can keep you company on your break, I would be glad to do so. Further up the coast we go then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
She drops the rag into the bucket. It's clean now.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Why did I say that? Why did Inland Empire say that? I don't know. So I assume that if I ask a few more questions, it's just going to take me back to that list that we saw before.
What more do you want to know? Yes,
all right, enough.
Let's hear this. One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She looks around. The air is getting colder.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
So Haseo, or actually this question could go for anybody listening in chat. I know that like Sam Melander said that he doesn't have time for games, and I believe me, I really do get it. But do you guys, or is there anything you guys are looking at on the Steam sale? Because I was taking a look through, and there's a couple things in the shopping cart that we might pick up.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Hey, you must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. Well, my only option is I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders.
Oh boy. Haseo says, wait, there's a Steam sale? And now lots of crying emojis.
The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
It's not going to hurt the case, Lieutenant.
Then we're definitely doing it.
So I can say to them children are stupid. I am not going to say that. Is Lily your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Bye. All right, and I feel like talking to one kid is the same as talking to both the kids in this situation. All right, hey, Doom Spiral, how you doing?
Tequila Sunset.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
All right, see you later. Also, we got to talk to Don't Call a Ned or whatever his name was. I have a feeling that he'll have some specific advice to us about what not to do.
The legend! He's back. And thirsty. I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Oh, shit. I bet I could have bought the smokes from him for less money. Oh, well. What's done is done. I don't remember if I asked him if we know each other.
Sure, friend. You know it.
Yeah, Rosie was there too, for your ocean-based antics. We all were. Unforgettable night.
All right, well, I have smokes, and I don't want a Pilsner right now, although it theoretically would help against Measurehead. Not much. I already told Kim I wasn't going to do it anymore.
Don't call. Don't call.
The drunk man speaks in his sleep. Drool dribbles from the left side of his mouth and down his jacket lapel. We're not going to get any actionable information out of Don't Call Abigail.
There's no waking him from his stupor. His mind is elsewhere.
All right, let me, Yep, so this is a wall. We can't go through there. I don't know if I've physically stepped foot in here. You never know when you might get, like, an experience orb, some sort of observation or intuition. Nope. Oh, wait. So, I know that I've been in here before. I just want to see if there's anything different or if I have any questions about Ruby. We already have a very strong lead, having talked to the one washerwoman, but that's not to say that we can't get a little more information from somebody.
Hello, mister.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
So, I have bad news for chat. I have absolutely no memory of who Lillian is. Like, at all. We met earlier? I honestly don't know which of these is a lie. Lillian. Okay. Let's think. She's not Klasia. She's not the dice maker woman. She's not the lawyer. She's not the pale driver. Who the hell is Lillian? She's not Suna. Lillian? We met earlier?
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
We're gonna have to keep an eye out for her. I do not remember her at all. Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then
Kids.
Kim, I don't know. Back off. She's learning to talk better. All right, goodbye.
Bye.
All right, and we got a new breakthrough.
Regular law official. You've done it, Harry. Whatever else you are, you're also boring now. It was not easy. You spent most of your life trying to funk up every nook and cranny of your personality. When someone says something political, the first 3 thoughts in your head are a ludicrous hodgepodge of communism, fascism, and stock tips. When they ask you why you did something, it's superstardom, apocalypse, or the mea culpas of the flagellant cop monk. It's not easy reaching for the 4th option, the normal one. But you have. And now, you're not just crazy. You're also boring.
So, this is, I think, officially the worst thought that I've unlocked. I really thought that going regular law official might give me some sort of a bonus in logic or encyclopedia, clear my drug-addled mind a little bit. It gives me a permanent -1 to Shivers, a -1 to Inland Empire, which I'm not a fan of, but it doesn't mean that I want a penalty to it, and all learning caps are raised to 3. Well, la-dee-da. Look at all the things that are raised to 3 now. Shivers, Half-Light, Savoir-Faire. Actually, what even did I get? Physical, Instrument, Electrochemistry. So these are now raised to 3 over 2. Pain Threshold. Apparently I can just survive infinite pain, so that's good. Awesome. So I took a -1 in 2 things, which is, at best, just less information coming in, to get an extra slot potentially unlocked in 4 things that I've put 0 points in. That is a devastating thing to pick up, and it's going to cost me a level up point to get rid of that thought and put something else into it. So, that's just the way it goes.
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
Leap at it.
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. It's a fire iron. How disappointing.
I knew it wasn't the phasmid. It's way too big. Although it does sound like the phasmid is really, really large.
Don't be too hard on yourself. You couldn't have known that for sure. And, besides, finding this phasmid is your special destiny. You can feel it.
Give the dream of discovering the Insulindian phasmid a rest for now. Okay, well, that was a weird little aside, but it did give me an experience point. Click on that orb, or at least I believe that it did. Alright, and this is glowing. What did I do? Ask about Ruby in the village. Ruby left the village and went up the coast, explore the coast for signs. I will, but I'm also trying to determine where the shot came from, and... Oh, and apparently now we're also going to the big office building, the big abandoned office building place. I'll look out here too. Oh, there it is. The Fallen building or whatever it's called. Let me go up here, because my character specifically said that I need to get closer to it this time.
You see, a slogan used to intertwine.
All right, step closer.
A long time ago. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Wait. Can I leave and re-roll this? I don't even think I have anything that's plus shivers, especially now that I have -1 shivers. 8%, that's not even worth trying. Yuck. Do I have any plus shivers clothing? Oh, I do. Alright, let me put that on. Shivers has not been my my go-to stat. Scented scarf? Sure. Alright, so we started at 8%. We got an extra +2 out of it here.
The once bright mural towers
28%? Let's try it.
Felled suddenly.
Womp womp.
All is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner. You only hear distant waves washing the coast. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here, Perception?
Trying to talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
Hey, Lieutenant Kim, she could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too.
Can we just, again, enjoy the fact that, like, some of these things were optional, and he has dialogue describing things that we've done previously?
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And what if we still don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
He looks behind him at the dark red box crumbling across the chasm.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
All right. Well, let me take off my pro Shivers stuff because it's got negative other stuff that I care about. And then, what was the other thing? The shirt? Yeah, I'm going to put on my drama shirt, I think.
All the traps are stopped now, and still no sight of the phasmid.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk with Morel or Lena before it gets too late. I feel like we already looked at the wall where they lined everybody up.
A row of ghostly shades facing the crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing a cold sea wind.
Figured it was worth a shot. Now, this is the boardwalk, isn't it? Wasn't I looking for, like, gunpowder residue? Maybe over here. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? Well, that's a nice thing to wonder, but we can't even so much as knock on the door, rather, so no. Yeah, specifically there's a couple story-based games that are available on Twitch that we're taking a look at, specifically for, like, adventure and story purposes. Much like Samalander said, there is no shortage of other things that we have and can play, but man, these sales are tough to stop up. Could this be the buoy Klaasje told you about? Well, let's check it out.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
Just a quick catch-up for anybody that missed it. This plastic buoy allegedly has Klaasje's real identification papers in it.
That, over there, must be the boy Klaasje told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Kim is just sort of completely stealing my thunder about remembering what we're doing and why.
Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies.
Pick up the buoy.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Let's examine it.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
So Azric is saying that he just gifted Original Sin 2 to a friend and paid full price, and now it's $17.99. Is that, like, Azric, it might be worth sending an email to Steam support to describe the situation and say, listen, I'm just saying, like, here's how I would phrase it. Look, I'm not looking for a full refund. Can I only get the difference? You can see it in my transaction history. My friend still has it. If the whole transaction went through on Steam and they can verify that, like, that person has it, they might do you solid. And even then, Azric, say, I'm not even looking to get like a refund. You can give it to me in Steam credit. Put it into my Steam wallet. They might do it.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
At the absolute worst, they're going to say, no, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do for you. But at best, they might get you sorted out.
There's something in there, splashing around.
All right, let's sniff the buoy. I'm very concerned about losing a point of health.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay.
Let's open it up.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Interesting. This is exactly what she said we'd find and where we'd find it, but it doesn't have her identification in it.
Well, damn.
No documents. Who do you think took them? That's my question.
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyway. Or I can say everything is ruined. I don't know what's ruined. I don't think anything is ruined. A minor quirk.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Maybe Klausya took them herself. Could this be related to the cryptozoologist and their little expedition? I have no idea. Do you have any theories? I mean, it's possible that crypto-fascist, what's his name, who we'll never see again apparently, that he took them. It feels like a stretch, but we can at least ask it.
In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
And we are lucky that... You know what? I'm going to ask this again.
I have no idea.
Minor quirk.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Let me ask him if he has any theories.
Might have been Klausya. Might have been the people after her. Might have been a local drunk. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks.
We're lucky it's still here.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
I wonder, and again, this is not an invitation for information, this is just me wondering aloud. Do you think that if we had had the conversations with Klausya earlier and then come directly here, it would have still been there? Is this that kind of game where it's not only watching what you do, but when you do it? Because that'd be awesome. All right, that's it. Okay, so we don't have any more documents to find for Klausya. There's one of the traps. Now, again, one of the things that I'm trying to do here is Land's End, Boardwalk, and Island. I don't necessarily know which of these areas is which. Force says, it still boggles my mind that used cars have a higher percentage APR on the loan. I understand in some aspects. Yeah, I've also always been a big fan of the way that your credit score goes down if you successfully pay off your car loan early. Nothing says irresponsible with money quite like routinely paying more than is owed, and at the end of it, paying off the loan more quickly than was required. Not because you won the lottery, but because you were responsible in how you were investing your money. It's super cool how that happens. There's a slit in the concrete here, a sewer, or possibly a pillbox from which you can shoot, but I can't seem to interact with it further than that. Stop. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol, hopefully. Smashed up bits here. Simlander says, credit score is not, in the end, about how worthy you are. It's about how much money a bank can make from you safely. Yeah. And if you do things like pay off loans early so that they don't get as much of the, as much interest on the principal or whatever, then they get super salty about it. I really want to look more at this boat. Was this boat here before? I do not remember it. Can't get closer to that. I, honest to God, do not remember where we left off on the night club case. Oh, that's right. They'll talk to me if I get Suna to agree to the nightclub, and Suna will talk to me if I can get the ice cream maker open, find the right tool, or ask Suna for help. I've done those things. The one thing that I haven't done is that I haven't turned the crank on the ice cream machine. And the reason I haven't done that is because it seems to me like I'm no, like, I don't know, machinist. But the reason I haven't turned the crank on the machine is that it seems to me that if it's an ice cream crank in there to churn off the ice cream, you turn that and it's going to destroy whatever inside. All right, this is the church. I guess I'll ask Suna if she's seen anybody up here. Simlin is also saying, so if you pay off debts early, they don't get paid as much, the bank's meaning that. And then Centrifugal Force says, so what do you do then? Refinance? I hate being an adult. Azric says adulting sucks, and Samlander says, I don't care about my credit score. It matters of all of when you're applying for a loan and not otherwise. Which is the way that I think about it as well. You know, we both here have tried to be very, very responsible over the years. I don't know how successful it's been, but ultimately,
yes. What is it?
There's not much that we can do about it. Okay. Have you seen anyone suspicious, like a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
All right, so let's talk to her about the off-site copy. So again, this is sort of a complicated topic. She's looking for an off-site copy of a data cube that had all sorts of information relevant to her business, but is locked inside of a frozen ice cream maker, and I can't get it open. I haven't gone to go check it today.
Yes?
Yeah, we've already had those conversations. Let me ask her about the 2mm hole in the universe.
The swallow, you mean?
And
what about it?
Nothing there.
Great. Thanks.
And I don't want to talk to her about manufacturing large quantities of drugs. She either cares or is really going to harsh my buzz about all the drugs I want to get. All right, and I don't think Crabman will come down anymore. I feel like he's served his narrative purpose. He's... Oh, wait. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it, too. It did. What does that mean? It came. I don't think there's anything over here to do.
Stands above you, a precious and complex.
Nope. All right. Oh, right. I wasn't supposed to be running in here. Oops. At least some part of my psyche had said before, don't run in here. Forrest is saying that she has some loans coming up soon, so she needs it to be decent. Samuel says, if you want a good enough credit score, get 2 credit cards, pay them off every month, and have as high a credit limit on them as is reasonable. Yeah, call every once in a while and say... Now, I've heard that credit card companies get real uncomfortable with high credit limits because they sort of look at that as the maximum amount of the maximum amount of money that you could throw, you know, basically just take out in various ways and then just bamf off into the wilderness.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Okay, so my character is still obsessed with this concrete slit. Can I shine a flashlight in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, do you know what's in there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there.
I hope not.
Okay, let's yell, hope!
There's no echo and no answer.
All right, finish thought. Forrest is saying that the banks penalized the fuck out of her for paying off all my credit card debt all at once since I got paid in stipends in the spring. I need a new car because my piece of shit mobile needs to be put out to pasture. And Sam Lander says, I use credit cards for things like groceries so that they always have a low level of carried debt, then pay them off every month. Forrest says, that's easy to say when there's reliable income. Needed my glasses at the end of spring, and I didn't really have any other options. Yeah, I remember that. I was glad that that worked out. And Sam Leonard says of his credit cards that they keep upping his credit limit. They're already at like 20,000 more in total. Forrest says amazing, and Hiseo says, I use Chime, and my credit score jumped 158 points, so I don't know. Yeah, neither do I. I feel like, for me, and like, just because I don't understand something doesn't make it unknowable. I'm just saying that for me, credit scores feel like any form of forecasting the economy. It is basically just a bunch of magical algorithms that don't adhere to anything that we as humans consider to be logic. So you sort of like poke at it and see what happens, and then you poke at it from a different direction and see what happens. I'm actively looking for any opportunities to use visual calculus to estimate the shot. I have been spending so long here on the western edges of Revachol or whatever, and have had no... There's 3 places I'm supposed to check, and I don't know where they are still.
There's some tear. An empty cigarette. 2 empty bottles. No, there's more.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with gent.
Yep, okay, so the dead body that was here, the case that we solved, that's all set. Okay, and is this a doorway? No, it definitely is not. Alright, I'm gonna let him autopilot over there. And I guess we'll go further north. I'm not... The layout of this place is such that I am frequently trying to make sure that I don't overlook an important section of the map because I didn't, like, realize that something was a door or a gate, a little staircase, something that I could get through. Now, here's another area I was remembering that Ruby might be, this odd concrete bunker with a long chain going out into the ocean.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
All right, could this unopenable door lead into a structure that was used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Okay, hopefully that answered that question. And now if we check our journal... Nope. Nothing is crossed off here. Oh, wait.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
He looks east over the coast. Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took the shot there. Is that possible?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Let's look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. a glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
All right, well, maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
Kim looks around.
Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it?
I will ask about the cigarette butts. I think he's right. I think that the shot was taken on the roof, but let's just ask about the cigarette butts.
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
I want to say that this is a word that we were told earlier was going to be important, this particular brand of cigarette.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
All right, finish thought. Now, okay, so now, finally, we've done this. So I have to find something on the boardwalk and on the island. The island you would think was going to kind of stand out, so hopefully that one will be okay. The boardwalk, guys, I think I walked that 2 or 3 times and didn't catch it. Return to the felled mural and consult the wind if you don't know what to do. Other than that, keep searching the coast. All right, I will keep doing that. Sorry, Force was also saying something here. I want to dump as much as humanly possible into index funds next month. Further says, I am putting money into index funds early so that my never-existent children can change their names to something like Vanderwolf or Fancy Bottom. I like Fancy Bottom. Centrifugal Fancy Bottom. That's brand new family name. Then we'll infiltrate the Illuminati. It's all coming together. And Haseo's agreeing, time to take over the world. And hello to Mirinda. So close to fourth wall leaning there. Nice. Did I lean on a fourth wall? I might have missed that. Let me come up here. There's the comms tower that the ladder is unclimbable. Mirinda, I hope that you're having a great Thursday so far. Oh, see, this is the sort of thing I'm looking at when I'm... The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts this long shadow over you. All right, boardwalk. Let's go hit it. Because that's one of the other places that we need to look. Also, what's this? Oh, hold on. A new white shirt. +1 rhetoric and -1 empathy. Well, can't have it all. Mirinda's saying the comment that still you took a mental note of the cigarette butt, and that has to mean something. It's so close to genre-aware RPGs. Okay, yeah, so I wasn't sure if that was like a little nod and aside, or if it was a matter of... Like, my character's psyche sometimes just seems to fixate on super weird things. One example being Contact Mike, which was just suddenly dropped into conversation that my character really cared about some old boxer named Contact Mike. And it's like, okay, where is that coming from, game? Like, why does my character suddenly care about this? So this is the boardwalk that's looming up overhead to the south. Wait, what's this? It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. And nothing else here. So, speaking of things... I honestly don't know what to put points into. I definitely don't want to go with another thought closet because I kind of wasn't too happy with the last couple of things that I got. Feels a little bit like 2 wasted points. I'm not sure that they're technically wasted. I just didn't get as much out of them as I was hoping to. Well, I'll get 5 extra... Well, I'm sorry. If I do Encyclopedia, I'll come away with more knowledge and be able to hopefully know more about that one stained glass window. Once again, before we make any... You know what? Composure is the other thing, because there's like 3 things on here that need composure. Oh, wait. One of them I can never do, because it's Gary the Crypto-Fascist, and he's gone. I could composure at Renee, but I don't really care about that. So that only leaves Smoker on the balcony, which... Again, it's like, okay. Oh, that's Lillian, the net picker. Okay. All right, I do know who she was. I was not thinking of her before. You know what I want? I want the tape out of that tree. That's what I want. I'm gonna put a point into interfacing here. God damn it, there's only one interfacing thing. Oh no, there's also a padlock door, but I think I already made it through that. I think I made it through that. Oh boy, Mirinda knows all about Contact Mike, I say. I see. I could also put a point into Shivers, but I mean, my Shivers is so low. It just feels like a complete waste. I'm gonna do suggestion or empathy. Volition. I don't know. That's the issue, when it's like, I have things that I can put the point into, and you think to yourself, well, why not do it right now? Like, won't you get the benefit of it moving forward? But I don't know that that's true. If I'm putting the point into something that is still statistically so low that it raises it from 3% to 8%, have I gotten anything at all for that? It doesn't feel like it. And at the same time, like, if I'm putting points into things where I'm already going to get in a very, very high score, isn't that a waste in the other direction? So, I think I want to hold on to the point, at least for a bit. This has happened on a couple of occasions. I actually saved up like 2 or 3 points at one period in the game, because the... where the hell is the island? Also, how is this not the boardwalk? Maybe it's just a giant deck. Oh, wait, maybe this is it?
There's no way the perp isn't here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get through?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
Hello to Pharmacy and everybody raiding over. Hello to Healer on Duty. Hello to Sky, and of course to Pharmacy themselves, and also Skies Are Blue. Skies Are Blue. There we go. I hope that you guys had a really fun time. Hold on, let me scroll back very slightly. I hope you guys had a very, very good time. Oh, we haven't done a raid. Yeah, and Mia might be AFK, I'm not sure. She's also saying look over here, so I'm looking over here. Healer on Duty saying this game is ingenious. Yeah, it really is. I feel like I'm very bad at it, but boy am I enjoying it. Oh, there it is. She did the shout out. They're playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Pharmacy, I cannot ask you anything specific about that because there's some people over here that haven't played it just yet and are looking forward to, but I will say that I hope you're having a great time, and I have gotten a chance to check in on your playthrough from here and there, and boy, that game looks great. You guys have to understand, I have played through the original Mass Effect 3 or possibly 4 times, but always on the original Xbox 360, and I've said it before, I'll say it here, I am not convinced that that game ever gets above 20 frames per second. It's really rough. So to see that game upscaled, up-resed, up-textured, and running at 60 frames per second, it looks so good.
And dangerous. Dangerous too.
All right, Kim, I don't think she's in there, but what do you think?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
All right, nothing more to do here then. So we're still getting stuff done. You know, we're still like checking out the different buildings and wrecks. And also, oh, so Grumpy's saying that all he has left is his mortgage. Maybe I should pay it down and refinance. Yeah, one fun thing about me, and by fun I mean not fun at all, I have a like a real absolute phobia of like high levels of debt. I feel like it feels a lot like gambling to me, and it's not. Like, don't get me wrong, but when your experience with finance is one that, like, okay, if I don't understand exactly what the terms are, I just wind up like taking massive losses. That tends to get translated in my head as, if I always lose at gambling, then I'm going to lose at like mortgages as well. And that's not the way it works. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just saying that that's the thought process that's in there. I, honest to God, have no idea where to check the island or the boardwalk. And this map, for that kind of topographical feature, feels completely useless. Is this the island up here? It does match my memory of where the, like where B Prime 3 was, but then where's the boardwalk? Is it this long stretch here? Maybe I just haven't walked the boardwalk enough. Grolfy says that he carries so much debt. Also noting that because interest rates are so low, it's just a really good time to borrow, he says. I barely think about borrowing, only collateralized loans. I would... And I'm like this in games as well. Like, if I play something like City Skylines or something, I don't like taking out the loans. I'd rather wait. I'd rather put it to high speed and walk away from my computer for 3 hours than to take out the loan and do something immediately. Even though the interest rates in City Skylines are extremely, like, lenient relative to the amount of money that you're likely to bring in. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. Oh, Samlin is saying that in video games, he takes out maximum loans. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, for the folks that came over with Pharmacy, we are pursuing a few different things, but do bear in mind that it is episode 14 of Disco Elysium. So if you are concerned about spoilers, I'm concerned that pretty much anything that I say here would be a spoiler. So I just wanted to give people a chance to get acclimated. Now, that said, and just spoiler alert, one thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to determine, where a murder might have taken place from. You know, so maybe I gotta talk to these guys. Maybe these guys are enough boardwalk adjacent that that's who I have to talk to have that conversation. Hold on a second.
Hello again.
I want to hear about the Feld building some more.
Sure. What's on your mind?
I've changed my mind. I don't want to hear about it.
Of course. What else?
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Okay. I don't know why drama is our lie detector, but I'll take it. So, Forrest is saying loans are your friends in City Skylines. Maybe I need to get around to that in the tutorial, because she's working on a tutorial. Had to take care of the folks right after classes ended, so that got nixed. Also, Forrest says you transitioned so smoothly that S2G... I don't know what that means. I thought you were going to say, I have no idea where to check my credit score, and almost had a heart attack out of concern for you. What is S2G in that sentence? S2G. I do not know. Oh, so for the benefits of yeah, pharmacy and friends. Yeah, I'm just walking up and down the same section of coast. I'm not making any progress towards it. So let me head back to the east here. Swear to God. Okay. Sometimes the subtle abbreviations. I'm like, I just feel like such a yutz that I don't pick up on it. Nope, that's the stupid church again. I keep looking for like wooden planks and being like, that's where it'll be. The boardwalk that I need. Oh, you know, I didn't really talk to her about you, Ruby.
Hello again.
Seen a red-haired woman?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
That's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you got the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Alright, that's it. Let me talk to these people.
Hi again. So,
Alright, nothing.
goodbye, officer.
Yeah, I feel like we've primarily had all the conversations that we're gonna have here.
Incremental progress. Yeah.
Alright.
Huh? I see you.
Nothing. Okay. I figure as long as we're canvassing the area, let's be thorough. We're even going to ask the kids that never ever come outside of their tent if they've seen anybody hanging around. Also, we should read the book that I got, because I do want to see if I get anything for it. It's very expensive, 9 real. Alright, I don't know where to look for these next two things. Like, I'm not doing it yet, but I gotta say, like, if we can't get to the island right now because it's too far to the northwest or whatever, and that's something else, like, I could understand that. But, like, check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Where the hell is that? And that's not yet a request for a spoiler, but boy, are we getting there. And I went around up here, right? Wait. I didn't do that. Hold on. Why did that circle just come up? Was there something here? Or did I accidentally hit the right mouse button? I don't know why that came up. Yeah, and that leads out to the pier where the dude died. I don't know. Oh, and hello to Guinness. Guinness said that I had a customer come in and ask for a Tweewee, pronounced Tweewee. I said there's no game called Tweewee, and they said the world ends with you. I said I would never call it that. Some names don't need an acronym. Guinness, I have actually seen it like abbreviated that way so that it looks like it would be spelled that way. But respectfully, anybody that goes into a gaming store asking for it by that name is not looking for help. They're looking to lord a falsely gotten sense of superiority over somebody by basically making up a dumb name that I'm about to say that nobody uses, but then somebody's gonna link me to some video of, like, I don't know, GameSpot saying that or something. I'm just saying that, like, that's very dumb. The world ends with you is fine. It doesn't have to be called Tweewee. That's like me calling a TWD instead of The Walking Dead, like in chat, sure. Now, saying it in chat, perfectly fine when it's typed out, but it's... Now, I don't want to go too far with it. I have a friend who really takes issue with anybody who says OMG, like they say OMG aloud, and to me, that's just a straight translation of an internet abbreviation. Once you start thinking in OMG, then you're going to start saying OMG. But to me, if you're going into a store and you are talking with a clerk that isn't probably going to be part of some delightfully insular, I don't know, Tumblr group or whatever that really cares about the world ends with you, to ask for it by Tweewee, you're only delaying the amount of time until you get what you want. You're expending more of your time and more of the clerk's time by asking for something by a borderline incomprehensible name and then needing to explain the name. That's the way that I think about it. Chivalry saw a ladder on the church roof. Is that anything? Well, I'll tell you what, I am not going to object to go looking at it. I would be surprised if that was it, because we cannot access the church roof from inside or outside the church that I know of. But I am not going to rule out anything that sounds promising, so let's go check it out. Oh, also, we never talked to Leliana. Oh, there's the boat.
The waves are
Okay.
beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect that might have stayed in the neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the last few days, she might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Not today.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Now, I'm not gonna... You'll notice that I'm not talking to her about my motor carriage in the sea because she had a bad experience with someone that was drunk and doesn't seem like a very positive story. Now, out here, I do not remember this person being here before.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Okay, I know Joyce. She winds the mooring line around the post.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
I don't know what the tune would be.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty.
She responds mournfully.
It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
I feel like we've talked with Joyce enough and frequently enough that we've earned a little bit of I don't know, just a frank exchange of ideas. Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the cordelate she read. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property, hooliganism, elder abuse, and who is this scamp anyway?
It's obviously what's her name, the Skull. I've said Cindy the Skull. That's who it is.
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes. No, that must be something really old.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, The RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react. Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
Okay, you're right to be scared. This is all your fault. Is it, though? I don't know. You're in no danger. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. This place is doomed either way. Let's just go with this. This is how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the gray sky.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up. Her raincoat flaps in the gust. This Isola?
Yes, in Cielinde.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Wait, we gotta pause here. I just want to make sure that I don't miss some of these details, but let me just make sure. If I miss anything here, please let me know. But Centrifugal Force has gifted Tier 1 subs to both Brian 4882040 and Guinness Por Vida. Thank you so much, Force. And one of them was paying forward a gift sub that they'd gotten from Azaric. So, again, thank you very much to Azaric for doing that in the first place. Yeah, one thing that I like had been on the tip of my tongue and then the game picked up and kept going is that we actually had somebody like reach out and apologize that their standard payment method wasn't going through for Twitch. So the like they felt concerned enough to reach out and to say something that they weren't going to be able to continue the subscription. And I expressed to them then and would again here, guys, no worries. It's awesome that people choose to hang out. If subscriptions and whatever else happen, that's cool. But we are just happy to have your presence and your chat and your engagement with the game and with each other. It's awesome. So again, thank you very, very much for the subscriptions, because as we like to say, there's no expectation, certainly no requirement. It really is. It means a lot when you guys subscribe that way. So I just wanted to thank you for that and to put everybody's mind at ease about it. Okay, let's see. Oblivion, that's so me. 45% is where I operate, and things are getting better, though. Sure, let's do that.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place.
Oh, wow. Force was also playing Minecraft. I didn't realize that. I missed that episode.
Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Yeah, I would actually be comfortable with the story. Yeah, tell me now.
Do we?
He glances down at his watch. It doesn't look like he does have time.
You have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story, she will tell it only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit?
Yeah, I found my badge.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
She is memorizing your badge number.
Good.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Frater?
Mia, thank you very much for the shout out. Actually, we already got everything out of her that, as far as I know, is correct. I don't know if we had any more questions about reality, but Kim's not wrong, now that I think about it. We do want to sort of keep on the move. You know what I want to ask her? Where's the fucking boardwalk? How do we have this much, sort of like wooden walkway, and none of this is the boardwalk? So, here's my concern. If this is the island, and I'm only saying this because it looks very island-like, then, well, I guess the boardwalk would be where this, what's it called? Ferris wheel would be. Either that or this long thing here. And there's just not a lot of... Like, I feel like we are right now, right this minute, at the absolute southern edge of the map that it lets us explore. Alright, I can't fast travel from here. Sam Leonard says Ferris wheels are often on a boardwalk. Yeah. So I guess that's northeast of the church? Northwest of the church? But that's where the guy died, I thought. The guy that, like, fell through the wooden slats and whacked his head against the bench. That feels like the shape of what's being shown there on the map. So here's the church. So theoretically, it's sort of west and northy from here. Let me just make sure that I'm looking at the right thing. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. This is what we're looking for. So we can go down here. That leads... This is the Felder Electrical Building. I feel like I've walked these steps so many times, and there's still something that I'm plainly missing in the environment. Alright, right? Like, this looks kind of boardwalky. I don't know where they would have put a Ferris wheel on something this small, but I don't see anything here regarding, like, checking for bullets, sniper residue. Sam Leonard says this looks like a boardwalk to me. Yeah. Same here, but what I'm not getting is any prompt to talk with Kim, examine an idea bubble, or anything like that. You know something? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to open it up to chat, because this is central to the investigation. I feel like I've been very thorough. I don't know what I'm missing here in terms of go check the boardwalk for potential, like, sniper information. Yeah, and in fact, the last time that I was here, it was like, hey, the boardwalk is right there. Chivalry is saying Ferris wheels would be a good place to take a long-range shot. You'd think so, except I don't believe that there's actually a Ferris wheel here. I know that this is what's on the map, but this map, as I understand it, was aspirational. It was like, hey, here's a fun tourism map that is going to... I'm looking to see if there's anything that flashes anywhere on the church or anything. A fun tourism map, sort of like a McDonald's Playhouse style map that sort of like generally shows off fun stuff that you might want to check out. Forrest is saying that she can look up a guide never played. Let's pause to see if Elf Planetor has any sort of like hints. Because Elf Planetor, like, who do we know knows this game? Donk has played this game. Elf Planetor knows the game. Fox McCloud had said something earlier that I saw and then didn't directly acknowledge. I'm also checking out the the ladder idea that Chivalry had. I don't see a way up onto the roof from outside, but let's just look around on the inside. Elf Planetor is saying, don't worry about it. Main story progression will lead there naturally. Okay, see? That is helpful information, because what it says is you don't, like, stop fretting about this, which I've been fretting about it for, like, 40 minutes, an hour, and yeah, sometimes it's helpful to just know, okay, just, you can't do it yet. I'm trying to think of a good example where, like, I've advised Mia to just, like, because I know it's come up over the last couple of years, like, okay, this is going to seem urgent, and it actually isn't. Okay, so I still don't know what determines when I can and cannot fast travel. Now, our time here was not wasted. We did find some additional XP orbs. We had some additional conversations. We checked around for different what's the phrase that I'm thinking of right now? We checked different buildings where we thought that what's-her-face might be. Let me talk to the old woman again. Washerwoman.
Lieutenant, the policeman. What more do you want to know about
Nope,
it?
nothing
Yes,
new
let's
there.
hear those other questions.
Further down the
Not
coast?
much. Some things...
So...
No.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Alright, I feel like I've had all those conversations. I've heard enough. Okay. Yeah, anything that's that dimmed out red, we've already sort of like asked in the past. Okay, so next up would be whoops. Where is it to go? Down here, I guess. I'm gonna go check the... So we got a couple things that we can do for sure. We can go talk to Lena about the phasmid traps. We can go check the... I guess we could also talk to Morel. At one point it mentioned talking to him as well. And we can go check the ice cream trap and see if we have another roll on that, because it's a new day. It's much later. I'm not going to give up on this. Like, we were supposed to have information about the armor by now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How many? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
You don't think there's any point in calling Sylvie again. Like, I haven't been doing it because I don't know why I ever would, but let's go talk to Sylvie.
57, just a second. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Hey, Sylvie, it's the police again?
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
I'm just kidding. Talk to you later.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
Let me just take a quick look here. Boo! Hold on, chat is doing something weird. And by that I mean the chat window. Boardwalk is next to Park Place, says Brian. Yeah, that would make it way easier to find. Just right next to Park Place. I know where Park Place is. It's that dark blue one. This is not where I want to be. Sorry, go back over here. Yeah, for all of the exploration and conversation, it's not like we have a lack of things to do, at least not right now. So I'm going to go down into the basement. Yes. Pharmacy says, it's already past 2:30 a.m., so I should probably head off, but I hope the rest of the stream and night are good to you. Pharmacy, thank you very much for the raid, and like I said, under other circumstances, I would ask specific questions about how you're doing. Oh, also, I didn't read out loud what Pharmacy had said. He had said that he's only played Mass Effect 3 one time, and that was before any patches or DLC. Same. I only played it myself the one time. I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I know the scuttlebutt on Mass Effect 3 is just loaded with complaints, but those complaints are not mine. I really had a good time with it, but I did wind up playing it again years and years and years later with the DLC intact. However, he was making, my friend, HW, was making all of the dialogue choices, and as I've sort of shared in oblique ways over time, he made a lot of decisions that were somewhat different than I would have done. Pharmacy saying that I played 1 and 2 like 6 or 7 times each, but 3 never clicked for him. Among other things, I really like some of the combat changes that were made for 3, specifically, and this is not a spoiler, the fact that biotic powers you can now set them up to arc around cover, like you're curving a bullet in... I always forget the name of that movie where they curved bullets, but the point is that, like, in Mass Effect 1 and 2, if you had line of sight, then you could biotic them, and if not, then not, or at least not reliably. But in Mass Effect 3, you could sort of, like, arc it around so it would curve over like a crescent moon. It was always satisfying to do that. Okay, stop. So we know certain things. Well, first of all, let's just see if we even have the chance to look at it.
This orange machine is dead still. It has you slip your...
Didn't Solna give you a perfect tool for this kind of job? The Quals.
Okay, we got to put it on. However, if it is going to give me a chance to do it, then I'm going to need to switch some clothing around.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
No,
The
if
ice
I'm going to
around
do
it
that,
slowly melt.
if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need to... I got to put another point into it. It's been defrosting for 4 days. It's chilly out. It sometimes flurries. It's not that cold. It is clearly not going... There's one other thing that I haven't done, though, which is... And this is where... It doesn't make any sense to turn that stupid crank. It really doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to engage in my first really egregious point of save scumming. And I'm going to do it. Wanted. Thank you. Was that the name of the movie? Also, Pharmacy saying, I got off to a bad start with the original classic version anyways, with the way that the save importer worked. If you didn't edit your character at the start of Mass Effect 2, then it would fail to import your custom face into 3. Yes, I never personally got bitten by that, Pharmacy, but I remember that that was a thing. I assume it has been fixed in the Legendary Edition. But yeah, if you did not make some very, very slight tweak of some kind to your character's face in Mass Effect... when importing into Mass Effect 2, then it would be like it wouldn't go into Mass Effect 3 at all. And yeah, I felt very lucky after the fact. Because remember, those games were released years apart. So if you wanted to import that, you were done. So, as I was saying, it's save scum time. Because I believe turning that crank would be devastating to whatever is stored inside of that. However, if I'm wrong, because I just don't know how... ice cream cranks work, and I've been playing now for 30 hours, not being able to get this open because I don't know how ice cream cranks work. It's just, I want to give it a shot, and if it damages anything or doesn't open, I am going to reload.
This orange machine
Turn the
is
crank.
dead. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Okay. I can't tell you just how much that bothers me. Nothing happened. However, I'm still very worried that if I open this up later, like it didn't loosen it up, right? So I'm gonna leave, and yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna load, because I do not want to have put it at risk for being being damaged. Oh gosh, Pharmacy had to use the default mail shop because of that. Yeah, Pharmacy, I'm not kidding even a little bit. That would also make me... That would be a negative start to me. To be into that situation and to not be able to continue playing with the character that I had fashioned and been playing through 2 games with. That would immediately set me off kilter as well. So Kim wanted to come back here to the backyard. He said that there might be another way back into the...
What do you see?
Okay, so we do have some information here. So our odd soul wasn't in the back of the whirling?
I don't know. They're about the same size. Not the same boot, no. But they could be the same person.
And there's no horizontal boot prints. So whoever walked in the whirling's pinball machine didn't walk here. Although, again, it's exactly what Kim had said. Not the same boot, but possibly the same person.
No. These prints are pretty standard. The ones in the dust looked custom. Or maybe they're just a foreign design. It's a boot print, whatever the case.
But yeah, Pharmacy, I didn't mean to interrupt your ability to go to sleep. I just wanted to circle back to that. So we can also try to get the policeman's cloak. It's been a while, and I might have some additional bonuses to savoir-faire, assuming that I can even make the attempt. So before I spend any time modifying my outfit, let's even see if it's check that I can retry. Let me see if I can double click up there. No? Up here then? Sure. Anything to get him up there a little bit faster.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Nope. Alright, and from this roof area, I cannot get down here at all. I don't think I can click on that. I can't click on this one over here to the left. I can't double click down there. You'd really think that he could just sort of like vault over this little like safety wall thing and just drop down. How high? What's the maximum height you think that is? 6.5 feet? He could survive that. Yeah, and otherwise, this area here feels like a very small space. Doesn't seem like there's any other options. Oh, Pharmacy's saying, but it's his own fault. He got off on a Mass Effect tangent and won't stop talking. I've been thinking about, like, advice to give to, like, Mia about, like, the codec entries in the first game in particular. Because there's so much background lore, sort of like universe building that happens by way of those codex entries to teach you things about here's how space travel works, and here's how space combat works in the universe, and here's why your guns have infinite ammo. Like, what's the whole deal with that? But they need to cool down every once in a while. Like, but at the same time, like, to try to do that on stream really feels like it would slow things down. So then at that point, do we advise Mia to read that stuff off stream? And if so, that's not a fair representation of what the game is. So it's almost 1500. I don't think that qualifies as evening yet. What is that? 13 is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock? No, that's not evening yet. So I don't think it's karaoke time. I am thinking about what else I can attempt to do with my time. If you wonder why I don't go, all right, the legendary dice maker. I kind of wanted to buy a set of dice from her. I wanted to see if that opened up anything cool. Before we do that, return to the Feld mural and consult the wind if you don't know what to do. Kind of feel like doing that next. I'm going to go get the paintbrush from Cindy. Even if I have to bully her, that's the next thing that happens. Fox McCloud says, you say needs cooldown. I say cowardly aggression. Is that... Cowardly aggression sounds like a thing. Is that a reference to something? Yeah, I had actually read the first Mass Effect novel before playing the game. And in the novel, it again went into some significant detail about, like, oh, inside every gun, there's like a cube of matter that it gets like fractionally slivered off to fire the rounds. So that's why you have effectively infinite ammo, but the Mass Effect field process generates so much heat that it needs to cool down. And it's like, okay, that's fine, I guess. That's a way to do guns. I'm not sure that I needed that much description. And then, of course, as of Mass Effect 2 and then 3, none of that mattered. It was just like heat clips that worked just like a regular gun clip would. Fox McCloud says, it doesn't need a cooldown, just keep shooting. I know there were ways, like, in all seriousness, in Mass Effect 1 to shake up how much, like, really speed up that cooldown. So that as long as you fired in somewhat short bursts, it would never actually overheat.
Hello again, officers.
Have
you come to admire my mural?
I'm sorry for invading your personal space like this, but I'm gonna need that paintbrush, kiddo.
And I need an aircraft carrier. So what?
Cindy, I'm gonna stand here until you turn that over.
Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now.
Oh, sad dad.
But fine. Take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway.
No, that didn't feel as bullying as I thought it was going to be. She drops the paintbrush at your feet.
You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Time to get to proper work, artiste.
Let's do it. All right, so I got the paintbrush. I really thought I was going to have to find it somewhere else, and maybe there was an option to do so. Fox McCloud says, we now use heat clips. Can I just have my old gun back? I will say that I personally did approve of the move to heat clips. I was perfectly comfortable with whatever, frankly, bullshit in-universe reason they had to do that. And just for the benefit of more than Amiya, this is just raw mechanics. There's no spoilers here. Just like, ejecting the heat into a heat sink to heat clip. That's how that works. Like, for me personally, whatever. It's fine. You know, it was mechanically more familiar, and I was okay with it. I felt like it was in service, like it was an abrupt change in lore of service of making the game more approachable. That said, if somebody like does a mod for like Mass Effect 2, like, or the Legendary Edition, that like makes it like it was, no skin off my back. That'd be fine if they wanted to like try to mod that system back in. McLeod says, I'd rather wait in cover with infinite ammo rather than finding ammo pickups is my preference. I will say that if I'd ever had the experience of running out of ammo clips in 2 or 3, I would... Oh, hold on, we got another orb to click on. I would be all on that. But the fact is that in that game, much like the Division 2, in like the Division 2, there's all these ammo crates everywhere. I've personally never been in a firefight that was protracted enough that I ever dropped to like 1/3 ammo, much less ran completely out. Went to the village on the coast officer. See you there. Joyce, says the note on the post. Well, that's nice. She left a little forwarding address. All right. Can I paint the wall? Let's try it. I'm going to F5 it.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
I don't know if I'd more rather have points into drama or hand-to-eye coordination or something else. Maybe conceptualization. Yeah, the whole thing is a big conceptualization draw right now. So, if I was to try to max that out, because I don't know what possible roles might come up. Conceptualization. Yes, put on this shirt. That'll help. I'm gonna put this on because there's hand-to-eye coordination here. That might help out. Also, yeah, let's put on the drama bow tie. My empathetic glasses. Yeah, you know what? Let's put on my perceptive boots. Maybe those will help. And then in terms of glasses or whatever... Logic is probably not going to be helpful for this. Perception might be. What's this? Nah. Okay, so... Let's see if we can paint a wall.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Oh, look at my guy.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Okay, so I thought that that was going to be like a metaphor for a cool thing that I was going to put up. I thought I was going to put up like a big phoenix and then light it on fire. I didn't think that I was literally going to write this out as a sequence of letters.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Well, I'm kind of tempted to reload that because I thought it was like a description of a picture, not just a bunch of words. But I don't know. We'll let it stand. And Fox McCloud says at least Kim liked it. Yeah, just the way that Kim likes everything that I do in a very dry and sardonic way. Also, Fox McCloud is saying, I wish they'd taken out the probing planets things. On Xbox, it takes so long. I feel like once I got a better sense of how that system works, it's relatively quick. But yeah, it's not the best gameplay, is it? It's a lot of looking at gridded spheres. Every once in a while, going out and buying more probes. Okay, let's talk to Lena, hopefully before she goes to bed. We did want to check in with her about the cryptids. Also, I don't like this outfit. So I'm gonna switch back to this, and I really like my drama shirt. We will leave on the drama bow tie, I think. That's a lot of drama, though. I'm gonna put this on. I like the +1 to volition. The empathetic shoes. All right. Lena, I see Morella's in here.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile for you.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
So, who's gonna check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
Hey, do you think I could talk to Gary? I know the game said that I'll never get to talk to him again, but I'd really like to check in with him.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more into the breach then. Take it on with undue optimism. She seems awfully down, though. I'm just gonna say we'll take care of it.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
Rather than you've given up on the phasmid, which reads like an accusation, let's go with you're not telling me the whole story. That also is kind of accusatory, but it's more of an invitation to share what is on her mind.
I'm not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
See, I don't think that she did make it up. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. I mean, we could ask her, but I don't think that she did. You seem to really believe it happened. Does that count for something? And I'm not going to threaten to arrest her. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Wow. First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. Also, this can never be retried, but we've got a 92% chance. I'm going to start with that because it begins with first. I really do not want to fail this one.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
And I need something good here.
All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
All right, so now I'm going to say, wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
You know, this reminds you of the Pericanassian theory of love. In essence, love is a relay out of death. Generation by generation, our love remains in our progeny. Lay some of that on her.
Really? Really? That's what I'm gonna say? It's so apocryphal. She's having a real emotional thing here, and that's what I'm gonna say? My alternative is, normally when I think about stuff like, oh, whoa, no, I take it back. The first thing is way better. Let's just explore what this would have been. Normally when I think about stuff like women and marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something. No, it's not a thing to say. So we're going to say the boring, weird thing.
Oh, sweetie. I don't think the Pericarnassians were thinking of people in my situation.
She looks down at her legs.
I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
Oh God, this is super dark. No, I'm not going to allow this. Like, my first thought is that, like, I wasn't there. Maybe that really did pique her interest. But the thing is, regardless of what got the relationship started, regardless of the day that it started, these two have not stuck together for however many decades just because they were hunting a bug. They just weren't. They weren't. So he'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Thank you, conceptualization. Here's the thing. I don't believe that she saw the phasmid. A lot of what I was doing was, like, you might look at it and say, oh, it's just about the experience points or whatever, or like the off chance that it might be true. Honestly, my dedication to like going out and doing the traps and stuff is that, first of all, I knew I was going to be walking past there anyway, so what's it off me to like carry a box of locusts over there? But B, like, if you explore the idea thoroughly, then you know one way or the other. If you give up, quit, don't see it through, then there will always be the possibility that if you just gone a little bit further. So it's not to like run yourself ragged, but anyway. The thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. That's a good thing to say. It's a false memory. Doesn't mean cryptids aren't real. Chase another one. You're right about all of it, and I need to get back to my work. You're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
By the way, Fox McCloud is saying, people I love to listen to, this narrator, number 2, Auspicious Angel, and number 3, Morgan Freeman. Thank you very much.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Hey, are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? Because I'll take you there. I'd love to talk to Gary some more.
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
I would like to check the traps one more time. Because again, what's it off me?
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Just in case. Give me your address.
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Well, maybe I won't, but just in case. It's been a pleasure. Let's just keep it simple.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
The sentence remains unfinished. Also, she flicked a switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whir, which, given the fact that it's gas-powered, probably means that the entire room is now filling up with fumes, and the sound is...
A waste of time. A dream. A lie. Like that, she drives off. The gas tank mutters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows.
Hey, Brian, have a great night. So I think that's the end of Lena. Yeah, Brian, good luck with everything with the car, and please check in. Let us know how it goes.
We should go too.
We should go too. So I did get a box of experience with that. We can get up on stage in the evening. I don't think we're in evening yet. Can't fucking believe I can't open that. Yeah, this is the thing with horrific necktie that I'm not supposed to remove it until the magic happens. I can ask Klasia about Sunday night once Kim goes to bed tonight, and I'll probably tuck him in right around 2100 and then run up there real quick. This is after the autopsy, find all the armor pieces, getting the boots, getting the body down. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor's owner. I just hope this hasn't glitched. Because that was Tuesday. This is Thursday. It said call back in a day. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Well, I could ask the mercenary guy. Thing is, the game warned me pretty specifically not to do that. So I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do, and my deep apologies to Blobbity Blah, who I know was holding out for karaoke, but I don't think that it's quite late enough in the game to do it. Yeah, I'm going to have to call it here because it's about 10:05. I have a very, very early day tomorrow. But, ladies and gentlemen, here's the good news. This weekend is probably going to adhere to a fairly normal schedule. I expect that means no Disco Elysium tomorrow, which is going to be Friday the 25th, I think it is. We probably will have a stream of some kind on Saturday, and then my hope will be on Sunday, another episode in our ongoing playthrough of Uncharted 4. Then Monday is standard work, but then here's the big news. Like, I'm really, really, really reaching for it because starting that Tuesday, we've got some vacation days, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time with that. I can think of many games that I'd like to check out, do little one-off or audition streams on, hopefully a bunch of Disco Elysium. By that time, Tashir should be back on the mic. Like, it's going to be a fun and really interesting time. On our way out, I hope that you guys will check out many of the folks that were visiting us in chat here today, including More Than a Mia, Sam Melander, Tashir Games, I Moo Do You Moo 2, Brian 488-2040. I always need to double check the numbers, but he's a very fun follower. He hasn't streamed in a couple weeks due to work obligations, but let's give him a big welcome when he comes back. Centrifugal Force with an underscore between that. Centrifugal_force. I don't remember if I said Petiken at Petieken. Oh, JV McMaster, like he didn't stop by this stream today, but yeah, he's a very, very fun streamer. He's been playing through Kingdom Come Deliverance lately. Let's see, Jägermeister, also Pharmacy, I think it's _EU. Sometimes I forget how things are styled, but both Jägermeister and Pharmacy, I believe, rated over today, and huge thank you to you guys. Centrifugal Force gifted out some subs. Guinness Por Vida, I have not had a chance to see nearly as much of Guinness's streams lately as I'd like to, but he is a very, very talented artist. And one of the first streams that I got to watch with him was him sort of doing an outer space scene, and it was wonderful. So anyway, there's a lot of people that we highly recommend, and I hope that you guys will check them out. We are going to find somebody fun to raid right now, and then we will see you as early as this weekend for some more fun raids. Probably not tomorrow. If we stream anything tomorrow, it will be very short, just as a prelude to More Than a Mia. But I'm hoping that after that, we'll get a chance to join up something new. And I'll tell you what, Jägermeister happens to be on right now, and let's go ahead and do a raid over to him. I might be misremembering if he raided today, but he certainly raided on our previous stream. So let's go ahead and do a raid over to him. Thank you very much once again to Centrifugal Force for the gift subs. I cannot tell you guys how much that kind of support means. And also thank you very much to Jägermeister for the raid. We're going to see you guys in a short time, but please check out some other folks. Oh my gosh, hold on. I think we're still going to raid over to Jägermeister. Is that... Hold on a second. I want to make sure that this doesn't bring up any bad sounds. Yeah, so Dan Snacks is actually playing... so he plays Dan Tack over at Game Inform. He's a professional sort of game critic, game journalist, game reviewer, and he's currently playing Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance, which... Wow. Oh, and Haseo! Yeah, Haseo was here. Miss Mia, thank you very much for doing the shout-out to Haseo. Yeah, he's been doing some Phantasy Star Online. Yeah, Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance seems real bad. So... yeah, I think we'll go watch a fun game with Jägermeister, but yeah, stay well away from Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. That game's going to need a rebuild before it's worth playing. Anyway, we are out of time. I hope you guys have a great night.